begin.
Yes.
Hey, howdy. Howdy. The part that we the starting is always the hardest.
Yeah, totally.
Like, where do we start? We like to start.
Okay, I've known this one for many, many, many years. I've worked with this one many, many years ago. So it's nice to be sitting here amongst two people that bring back fond memories.
Oh, awesome.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So
Thank
for those of you who
Oscar.
don't know, this is the Oscar Bond. I was a straight up like hair nerd stalker, before I ever met him. And I was asked to come to work at Lonza one time. I'm like, wait, is Oscar Bond still working there? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh hell yeah. And they're like, well, how much is your pay? I'm like, I would almost have paid to work at Lonza so I could have worked next to this man. So I'm really excited that he's a real dear friend of mine and that he's on our podcast.
I'm glad you guys are doing this.
Yeah. Where's that
And
music
thanks.
coming from?
And
And
it's
it was
over.
nice you had Gordon on prior to me.
Yeah.
I do feel like Gordon and
Hold that for
myself
a second.
are like the older generation, and it's our job to kind of give back to people. I think Gordon is one of the best at it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's like. I think he really, truly is in touch with what's happening in our industry.
Yeah.
He's got his finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
He may not look like it. Man, I would trust his
Trust his,
on
yeah.
anything.
Oh, yeah,
believe me.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I would.
So, tell us a little bit about your history. Like, how did you get into hair? Let's start there. Like, why did you become a hairdresser?
I didn't grow up thinking I'd be a hairdresser. I grew up, I didn't do very well at school. My dad was a bank manager. My dad said I could leave school if I did an apprenticeship. The apprenticeship available was hairdresser. So I got into it. I did it as a job.
Right, like-
unemployment was really high. I wasn't very smart.
Where was
This
this?
was in London, and I was young. I was very young, so I had no idea that what I was getting into, I was going to have a really rich career out of it. And I told people this. It's kind of interesting. Like, I was 14. I stuttered. I was a shy kid. I was told exactly what to do, and it really helped me. I was told you got to be in a good mood. You got to keep your shoes clean. You got to shave. You got to this. I was directed really well.
Right.
And those things carry through your whole career, I think.
Yeah.
I was really fortunate. People told me exactly what I'm meant to do. I'm not a very good learner. But I kind of took it. They made me good because it made them good. And that's
Right.
how the whole thing kind of was sustainable.
Okay.
I was lucky.
So you started, how old were you? 14? 15?
14, 15.
Wow.
And it was a good time to be a hairdresser because it was right around the late 70s, I guess, and women were really empowered.
Right.
So it was Vito Silva would never been able to do what he did unless it was perfect timing. It was perfect timing that women were going from like Leave It to Beaver, they were kind of expressing themselves more, mini skirts, all this, that, and the other. So I wasn't in that era. I was in the next one. It was the 70s. There was Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah,
there
I
was
was
all
like,
this, that,
there
and
was
the other.
the coupe savage.
Yeah, the coupe savage. Everyone had a perm, this, that, and the other. But it was the very kind of the beginning of punk rock. There was the Sex
Yeah.
Pistols. You saw people on the corner of the streets with these like bizarre coloured hair. It was the very beginning. I worked for a company that was really on that edge. So it was driven by music. It was kind of exciting. Most people had never had a good haircut, so
Right.
it was easy.
It was, okay.
Now the
Did you started at Sassoon then?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I was there for several years, I guess. The level between good and bad hairdressers then was like this. Now it's like that. So it's got much more competitive, much harder. But I really enjoyed my training. I enjoyed being a stylist. I got put into education. I enjoyed that. It's been great. You hear all these people at shows say that you can wear whatever you want, do whatever you want. It is like that. I mean, it's one of the last free enterprises out there.
Yeah.
But it also means that if you don't make it, it's your own fault.
Right.
You know, like
You get out of it what you put into it.
Generally in life, I'd say, like
Yeah.
whatever you put into something, you get out of it. Whether it be relationships, whether it be work. And I've been really lucky to enjoy work. I'm 57. I still wake up not hating work.
And that's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never retire.
Yeah. No.
So after Sassoon,
I came out to the US and I was really intrigued by the US and I fell in love with Wendy. And I kept doing more and more trips out here. Then I decided I'll move out here. So I moved out here and I worked in a salon briefly in Pittsburgh. Got some deep roots to Pittsburgh, the Penguins. And then I wasn't really making it in the salon side at all like that. I was a really good haircut, I don't do any color, it take a long time. I was a good educator. I didn't know how to do things, so I started doing like some night classes, and they would turn me on to things. I had a big break with Inter Coiffure, being a member. Did a lot of work for them, met a lot of people. And then finally, after a few years of doing just a lot of education, I was doing the same thing. Each year I'll get paid a bit more, but doing the same thing. The owner of Vader Horse Rattlebacker took me out for dinner, offered me a job.
That's when I met you.
And I said yes, yeah. I moved to Minneapolis for that year.
Hey, it's cold. Well, it's a great city.
I think they should bomb it.
It's cold in the winter, but it was the least amount of cold I've ever dealt with. I live in New York. When it's cold, you walk around in it.
Yeah.
When it's wet, you walk around it. Whereas
Right.
in
New York-
Minneapolis, I drove in buildings, and then I could walk through skyways, and you could have an electric plug on the front of your car. You could plug it into a restaurant. 9 times out of 10, I'm supposed to pull it out driving out. You'd be like, always keep on going, it's fine.
It's like-
But that year was good, and then Vader was opening an institute in Manhattan, and Horse asked me if I would do it, and I was dying to do it. Like I really wanted to not get out of Minneapolis, but it's a big opportunity.
Oh yeah, that was on
Spring
Spring
Street.
Street? Yeah.
And I was there for a few years, I guess, and Vader was about to be getting sold,
Yeah.
and I didn't know if I'd fit into the new plans for many reasons. And one young lady said, "Why don't you open a salon? I think it's a really good idea." And I was like, "What?" And I kind of figured, my wife's a lot more savvy than I, but we opened a salon in Soho. I didn't have any clients. She had moved up from DC, didn't have any clients.
Beautiful salon, though.
Yeah, it was a groovy
It's
salon.
a great salon.
And it was right around the time there was a Kevin Costner movie called Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Like if you build it, they
They-
will come.
yeah.
No, if you build it, they walk right by. They kind of go, hey, like this, and you're like, ugh. So it was when I was probably spending more in a month than I was earning past years, and I needed help. And this industry, if I ask people, they give you help.
Yeah.
And we worked really hard. We built a really good salon, and we had it for like, what it was, 12, 13 years, 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
And you had Vivian McKendall working there?
Yeah, you know what? One of the keys to everyone's success is who you put yourself around. You know, I've been really fortunate, sometimes not through choice, but by chance rather than choice. But I've always had really good people around me. So Vivian still is a really good friend. She's probably the best at what she does.
Yes, I would agree.
And I've seen her grow from. She wasn't able to put a pin in someone's hair when I first met her. She was a brilliant hair cutter, but then all of a sudden she's mastered every single facet of this industry.
Yeah,
Wow.
she had.
And she really is the best. So we had the salon, and we sold the salon to open a school, and that wasn't the greatest success due to building we bought.
Also a great school though. It was a really pretty location.
You
What
were
was-
one of the rare people that saw it.
I did not see it. So
No.
where?
It was in Bloomfield, New Jersey. We bought a building and we done the full build out. And right at the end, we had one of the tenants was a military recruitment center and a marine center on fire. So, but it wasn't enough damage. It was just enough to really mess you up, like smoke damage. And
yeah.
So we tried to kind of get out of that hole, and it didn't happen. So finally, we got rid of the building, everything, and we both need jobs. Ryan, as he said, was with Lanza on the same team. He had joined Hattori Hanzo, and he's talking about what a great job it is, and what a great fit that I would be. It just so happened, for the first time in 25 years, I needed a job. When you own your own business,
I know.
you got a job. You know, if
I
you
know. Like if my salon closed, I would be like,
you need a job.
I would have to find a
so
job.
I didn't know what to do. You're in a big quandary. I was in my 50s. I'm like, what am I going to do? And Ryan goes, why don't you speak to the guys I work with? Blah, blah, blah. So I said, I gave him a call, Andrew Reeves, and they go, why don't you, are you going to be in Vegas? And if I was or I wasn't, I was going to be there.
Yeah.
So
And I had an extra room, didn't I?
yeah,
you see in my room.
It was that dodgiest hotel ever.
Yeah. Westgate.
Thank you. It used to be the Hilton.
LVH, yeah.
Now it's gone through more changes
It's early, yeah.
than anyone. So I go to Vegas. I've been in the industry a long, long time, but I saw a whole side of the industry or world. I've always been in those networks of Aveda, of Lars, of
Yeah.
Sassoon. And Hattori Hanzo, they're a full spectrum of across the board.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a job. I found it's something that's been a really good fit. It's been
3 years. Yeah.
3+ years ago,
That's
and it's been great. I do realize after watching a company that made shears and grew so fast that I think all of our success sits right in front of us and we can't even see it. We've all used shears for years. Not one of us thought, hey, I wonder how I can make this better. So good luck to them. They've done super well.
Yeah, they have.
That's
So
awesome.
you have a ton of stories, and you know what story I'm going to make you tell.
Not Eric.
My favorite story. Not that one.
Not that one.
Eric was not a great story, really.
No.
We want a great story.
The scissor. You stealing the scissors out of Assassin, and like you sit down in the tube, and
Oh no, yeah. So
That's my
we used to-
favorite story.
We used to have these training nights every night after work, and you would stay there with a stylist, and they would take you through a haircut, and they would really like tell you how to stand. They would really help you out. Like the training was fantastic. Luckily, back then we used small shears, which were 4.5s. I don't know how, but I put them in my front pocket, and I go to the underground, which is the train. I sit down, and I go, oh, there's these. I'm like, oh, and I was a shy kid, and people are like, oh, you okay, son? I was like, couldn't swear, but so when they go in, they kind of they open. You're like, I got a pair of scissors in my tummy, like in my belly, so you can't stand up. So I remember like someone helped me over.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Work the next day.
Oh.
You did.
You went to work the next day.
Yeah, I've never missed much work.
That's
I've
awesome.
been very, very fortunate health-wise, but also one of the best habits you can have is get up and go to work.
Yeah.
If either of those two things don't happen,
Except when you're stung by a stingray.
you got stung by a stingray. I have no
You
luck.
did?
Yeah, I have no luck in like tropical waters. Let's say.
Dude.
First, I went to Mexico.
Crocodile hunter.
With the Vader for a big photo shoot, and
Yeah.
I got followed by a pelican for like 5 days. You come out of a restaurant, it's like. Apparently, very intuitive creature. And then we went down to Fort Myers and ran in the Gulf of Mexico, and I thought I got bitten by a crab. And I had a hole in and right through my foot.
Oh man.
Big crab. Yeah, I have no success. So vacations aren't the best times for me.
So vacations do not inspire you as in being a better hairdresser, or do they like?
You know, I get to travel a great deal, and that's been something that I wanted to do as a kid. I never thought I'd do it as much as I've done. You learn a lot traveling. You miss some things at home, like things that you can't get back, but it's always been part of the infrastructure of my life. I meet some of the nicest people in the smallest places.
Yeah.
I do some of the most interesting things so it's really good to see little towns, big towns. I'm not a very well educated person, but that really, really helped me just
Right.
all that.
No, that's really cool. What I'm curious about, I may even ask this question to you there, Ryan, because neither of you are in a salon full time now. You're both out on the road educating. How do you make yourself inspired to do new things and to push yourself when it's like I always push myself with the employees alongside of me or the people I work with. I'm always trying to bring something to them. What helps you or pushes you to do something new
I tell you what's good.
instead of getting stuck in the same thing?
I do a lot of hands-on classes, and seeing some people do things wrong can be very inspiring at times.
Right, yeah.
Things, or the way they kind of construct it in their mind, or the way. So sometimes you see really good work that was done bad, or really bad work that was done good.
Okay. Actually, I like that.
And I'm always around something different.
Yeah.
Every single week, it's a different city with a different set of people. So you just pick things up. You see some people do things like the way Wayne Tuggle does all that. Man, I mean, so it's always around you.
Okay. So you just keep looking at it.
Airports are really good to look at people.
Yeah.
And
I was
if
gonna say,
you sit
Gordon
far
Miller was
away,
just saying
you
that.
just watch them as they go by. It's a great pastime.
See, I get myself. You ask me how I get inspired. What I do is like when I pack for this show, and I always tell people nobody believes me. When I pack for a show, I will shut my eyes and pull 3 things out randomly out of my bag. And so when I get there, I just hope that I just throw monkey wrenches in all of my classes just to see if I can work out. A good example is as we taught a class yesterday where we had no format. I had no idea what we were going to do when we walked in.
We didn't have really anything.
And we did a 90-minute class and everyone that was there loved it. And it's one of those, I love shooting from the hip, and a lot of people don't like it. I myself, I love.
I think he undervalues himself somewhat. Even though he says he shoots from the hip, you're pretty well prepared knowing that whatever happens, you're going to make it happen.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I love a bit of preparation, but it doesn't happen.
No, you don't prep. You don't prep. That's Wendy's job.
Yeah, well, it's just.
You just work on the go.
No, I think sometimes you get. You can not overplan. Things are important. Times are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. But when it comes to actually what you're going to do on that minute in front of that camera, I think that happens right before.
Yeah, I agree. So, how do you see that kind of like shifting gears? How do you see hair shows? I mean, we're at a hair show. Like Gordon said that hair shows kind of took a little bit of a hit this year. Premiere did a great job this year, but he said that all the other shows kind of felt bad. How do you see hair shows, and are they going to be around? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I mean, like, there's so many opinions about it. What do you think?
They'll always be around because there's always new people coming in the industry. There's always new exposures for manufacturers. They've changed a great deal. I think one because of us as attendees, we're seeing the same thing, just too much. There's also kind of big power play in distribution and certain manufacturers don't partake. But I think this year the shows have been somewhat, the education's been really good. The attendance of this show has been fantastic.
Yeah, I think this is like.
So maybe some shows will really thrive and some won't. I thought Long Beach did a really good job this year.
They always do as well. Yeah.
This one was also a bit the Naha, so now it's going to be definitely set in
better.
stone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still a place to see new things. It's still a zoo. You still see the worst of the industry. You see the best of the industry.
It's like the best place to if you want to see the temperature of where
That's a good
our
way to put it.
industry is.
That's a good way to put it.
It's great to just wander the floor.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And it's my feet hurt. I always enjoy it. There's always people I meet. Like you become when you do so many shows, you know the people at the other booths. It's nice.
Yeah.
A certain amount of camaraderie.
Yeah.
You hope everyone does well at the show. So
I like coming to them. This is where I get to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
this one we've been doing classes. I've been doing them with Cole Thompson. The attendance has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Cole's really good.
Yeah.
He
He's
is.
decent. He's decent.
Small. Much smaller. Like keychain.
Keychain. Shots at Build-A-Bear. So what sort of advice, if you were starting over again in the industry, or not starting over, if you were starting your career right now, what sort of advice would you give you? What would you give somebody who's coming up in the industry?
I had really good structure in my training. I would find what the best school you could go to. I would go to school, I'd work, it's only 9 months. In 9 months you can get through it and be, because that makes you good as you.
What are the things in school that you're looking for? If you said find the best school, what does that mean?
Maybe do a little research where you go around your local area and you speak to the best stylists and you say, where'd you go to school?
Okay, yeah.
I think sometimes people go to schools because they look pretty. Sometimes they go to schools because it looks like it's the easiest thing. If you do your research on what schools are the best for you, I think you'll get out of things what you put into it. So if you walk into the first school and sign up, then you know what? You didn't do your due diligence. Like you see the first house and buy it.
Right.
And it's every school could be different too. There's these chain schools that are manufacturer-driven chain schools. One could be fantastic with great teachers. The next one could be garbage, and it's the same.
And Ryan touches on a really important part, and that's the educators in the school. They're the ones that make or break students. Good educators, great students. Poor educators.
Yeah.
So find the school that works best for you. Maybe in your state, your salons are able to do an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes longer, but it worked out really good for me.
I'm working on it.
And there's also a million, if you go through schooling and you get your license and working in a salon isn't the very best thing. There's a million avenues. There's sales, there's education, so don't think it's a dead end. It's going to open you up into a world that you don't even know.
It's a lifestyle. It's not an industry, it's a lifestyle. It's a way of life, I think.
And try and get the best people around you can.
Exactly.
I've been lucky like that.
It's that's great advice. That's awesome.
And a really good piece of advice that's worked out really good for me is I'm nearly always in a good mood. If You ever met me? Well, you saw me in a band with one time.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever have.
No, you saw me in a band with one time.
Actually, we used to call each other just bitch for hours. Actually, there's one guy, actually two guys.
You know,
but-
someone says something mean to Wendy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't get. But generally, for 43 years, I've been in a good mood, and it helps your day.
Yeah.
If you're in a good mood, the clients are in a good mood, you get through your day,
yeah.
and it's easy to be in a miserable mood. So every day, I kind of put myself in a good mood. I saw my mom and dad do it every day. They were happy people and went to work every day. So that was kind of the keys. If you didn't see that, you gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think I thrive on if you're in good spirits and a good mood, and people want to be around you.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's great. So, structure. I'm just going to recap all this because here's the thing. So, the things that I got out of what you just said, things that really will help a hairdresser: structure, best education,
Yeah.
that you actually put some time in researching, choosing a salon that fits you, and then
It might not
always
be
be happy.
It might not be the easiest one, right?
Right, and definitely don't always just choose the
And
easiest.
you know, if you walked up to any person that is in an old people's home or something like that, and you say, what's the two most important things? I guarantee you one of them will be happy.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. And the other
How you
one will
doing,
be
handsome? Did you find
it's
what you
also pretty difficult. So I think a turning point in my career was when I wanted to be like you, and I wanted to be like you, and I wanted to be like you, and then I realized this is it.
You are you.
Yeah.
You can't be someone else. You have to be yourself.
Cannot be someone else. And even for the bad reasons, like, you know, I hated the fact I stuttered, so I didn't talk much. But nowadays, I think if I could read, if I could have the confidence I had as a kid, that would have worked to my advantage.
Right.
But I was very well guided. My pages turned for me.
Another passport,
That's awesome. And, yeah.
I said it's been a very, very rich career. Met tons of great people.
Me.
Yeah.
You got to meet me.
Tons of great people.
And Ryan.
Yeah, tons of great people.
That's a really nice way of saying.
Tons of nice people. Tons of nice people. I would say that I've had some of the best times with this young man here.
Like that time that your stuff ended up missing from the hotel room in Vegas, and that's a different story.
Can we tell that one?
No.
No, it's a
Oh.
whole. And, you know,
Were you still happy?
yeah, you have these things called unexpected outcomes every day, and that's what you've got to deal with. It's kind of part of life.
Oh.
But I really enjoy it, and I hope what these guys are doing, if it too becomes.
Okay,
So-
I got one more question. Is that cool? Do we have time for one
Yeah,
more?
yeah.
Okay. Because you went from apprentice to a stylist to an educator to working for manufacturers to like now you're working for a shear company. So here's my question. You've gone through a whole bunch of different avenues in your career. How would you tell a stylist who wants to get into that kind of stuff? Because we have a lot of kids, a lot of people are coming right out of school and they're like, I want to be a platform artist. It's like, if you ever ask them that, they're like, if you talk to students, every time I do this an interview with a student, I get that. I want to be a platform artist.
Nobody is ever going to ask you to do things. But if you put yourself in the right circle, like if you want to be a platform artist, you've got to be at every hair show. You've got to go to every party. You've got to meet the people that count. Doesn't mean you've got to get wasted with having at every party.
Oh,
But you're,
I screwed.
sorry, I should put that line out. But you're constantly networking for that. And then sooner or later someone's going to be like, you're always here, why don't you... I would work for a company that gives you really good training. It might not be the company you really want to work for, but they get good. If you get good training, then that means a great deal. And from there you'll meet, so you're constantly networking, you're constantly trying to make lateral or forward moves.
Right.
You never want to take a step backwards. Those are unexpected outcomes. But that's probably the key thing is you're not going to be asked, try doing some photo shoots. If you're a stylist with a photo shoot, you have no idea what the power you have.
Yeah, we were just talking.
If you walk in to see Steve and you go, look, I got my own photo shoots, and we're like, it doesn't matter if it's crap, you've got it together.
Yeah.
It means something.
Yeah.
So put your best foot forward.
That's awesome. I mean, we were just talking to Ricky about it.
Hair guy.
Yeah. And he's experimenting with it, but he's not putting it out there.
Yeah.
He's afraid to.
Yeah.
But he's gonna like he's going to.
I think the two things that stop everything that you do in life is fear and perfection. Trying to make something perfect.
Yeah.
For me, I know for myself, I do that.
Yeah.
Like I used to do that with like Instagram.
Yeah.
I would, no, it's not perfect enough. I
Yeah.
can't put it on.
Same thing with anyone that's ever written a book. It's really hard to finish it. It's not perfect. Game of Thrones last episode.
That was actually what I was going to ask you that question today too. What's your theory on the last season?
You know, again, the ending of anything is never good. The same thing with The Sopranos.
Yeah.
It's meant to be how you want it to end.
Are you
Right.
James Bond?
Bang, bang on, baby.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I went to a seminar with you at the Eden Rock Hotel.
Was it a good one?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Lanza.
Yeah, I was there too.
He was
Yeah,
there as
that's
well.
right.
Yeah, the hairy one.
You did the one with the...
Yes.
My hair was the prettiest.
Good memory.
Yeah.
Good memory. Well done.
That was a well show. I loved it.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was-
And I
it was
enjoy
probably the best day
you
of the day.
guys always.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank
That's
you.
lovely.
So, God bless you.
Thank you.
Do I know you from somewhere?
We do now.
Yes.
We're
We're doing a podcast. You want to be on our podcast?
No,
Well, you already
I'm
are.
shy of
Well,
cameras.
you're on it.
But you're already on it. Your voice is on it already.
And what you said was lovely, so thank you very much.
Yes.
And you've got something in common, all camo, look, both of you.
Yeah, well, you
Okay.
see? Yeah, we go incognito every now and
Good.
then.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
That's awesome.
That's how you check. It's a pleasure seeing you
It was
again.
so nice
to see you.
Yes. Thank
Steve and
you.
Alex. Nice
God
to see
Game
you.
of
bless
Thrones.
you all. Keep it
No
going.
endings are ever
And I
good.
do follow you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed.
But I just
Well, now you
wanted
can
to
now
say
you got to
that.
follow this too.
Yeah. what
A
is this?
super important podcast.
Super.
A super
Important
Important
podcast.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Well,
Game of Thrones was, it's been 7 or 8 seasons, but absolutely fantastic. I thought the ending, they did a pretty good job. I liked the big battle, I loved that. I hated the next episode, but I liked one after that.
Which one? The one where she like destroyed King's Landing? Oh, I
Yeah.
hated that.
I thought that was actually pretty
She
good.
went crazy.
Well, of course you did.
Mad Queen.
I was.
There was 5-star fuel going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And the fact that the throne at the end got all melted was kind of a clever part.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought so too.
I like that.
I
I
thought
was a
John was
little.
going to drop down dead because he's not alive anyway. Yeah, I'd have made him like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like that very last episode was a little like, it wasn't my favorite.
and it finished like it began, like John was going up to the north.
Yeah.
There was so the kingdoms kind of remained the same, right?
Yeah, everything went back to the
Went
same.
back to exactly the
Nothing
same
happened.
thing.
Nothing really happened.
So
I
I think it was a
think they-
very smart ending, really.
I think they probably could have ended it after the battle.
Oh, that battle was it was a jaw-dropping battle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the
Oh.
battle was great.
5
yeah.
more seconds, but no Mother of Dragons.
Yeah.
Arya.
Yeah. No
People.
joke, man. Yeah,
Did this one on the show?
yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah,
Peter. Dinklage.
yeah. Okay, last question.
Okay.
Okay.
Top 10,
10?
top 5
Top 5.
bands.
Albums or
This is bands.
bands? Easy. There'll be David Bowie,
Number 1.
Dire Straits,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
Queen.
Okay.
ABBA. They were fantastic.
Okay. I actually just listened to Waterloo the other day, so I can't really.
Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder,
Okay.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've got a whole other category. Then we've got New Order.
Oh yeah.
New Order or Joy Division?
New Order.
Really?
Coldplay, not Oasis.
Interview over.
And last but not least, I do love a show tune.
Okay.
Like a soundtrack, things like
Like
that.
Yeah.
Roger Hammerstein,
No,
Irving
yeah,
Berlin.
more like Greatest Showman right now.
Okay.
That's what I'm listening to.
Okay.
Prior to that was,
So,
I love the sing-alongs.
so
Frozen.
how do people get a hold of you?
I don't do very well with social media.
Okay.
It frightens me. If I had a weak spot, that's what it would be.
Okay.
I have an Instagram as Oscar Bond 007. I don't follow anyone.
Okay.
And you know what? I know it's really bad, but when you don't follow anyone, you don't have to follow anyone.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And as a hairdresser, I feel like if I follow one person, I've got to follow
everybody. Yeah.
My views on social media are totally different than most people's. I would much rather be part of pretty small groups, closed groups. I bought a Leica camera to be part of the Leica.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's a great camera.
So I feel like these big numbers will start to get smaller when you start to know those people
Right.
and want to be in those groups. And it's not just easy being yes, I'm in that group. So,
Right.
I think actually that's where social media is going anyways. Like I think that's the next evolution is the smaller groups in this giant
And closed things where you become part of it. You might be a very responsible member in that group.
Yeah.
Like almost little mini societies
Yeah.
versus, I like what Gordon said about Facebook. I just find it creepy. It's like a big peeping Tom. Years ago, if you did that, like, I know everything about her.
Yeah.
You get arrested.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's, and also I don't kind of spread my stuff on there a great deal.
Yeah.
Everyone else does for me. Thank you.
So how do so I know you do a lot of travels and you're in pretty much every city in the U.S. like myself. If somebody wanted you in the salon, is it possible for them to have you in the salon, and how do they go about possibly doing it?
I do most of my work through Tori Hansa. They've been absolutely fantastic for me. I have an email at Hansa. It's OscarBond at HanzoNation.com.
Okay.
That's probably the easiest way. I go through Instagram or Facebook, but I'm not the fastest
Okay.
person on earth.
And so if you wanted maybe them to like maybe Reeves or something like
Yes,
that? Yeah?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
I get my Hanzo Nation
Okay.
emails. I think the one thing I really enjoy giving back is hands-on classes.
Okay.
I'm kind of good at this.
Yeah. So maybe if they are watching this, they
If
can
you'd like to,
definitely have
I would love
that.
to.
Okay, cool.
And if anyone just wants an honest answer to a question, I'll always be up for that.
Okay, but not through like text or phone or
Not
because
Instagram.
and not Instagram.
You can message on Instagram. I found out what the number in the corner was. So that number in the corner, there was someone, I had a message on there for 153 weeks. Answered it. Yes.
Finally.
No, I was like, I could never get to the number. I didn't realize you got to go to the home button to get to the number.
Right.
I just kept banging on that thing up in the corner. So no, I'm not the smartest at that. The best way is probably through email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Enjoy this.
Awesome. All right, man.
Yeah.
Me too. Thank you so much, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
You know
so
we love
much.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And this is going to take off for you guys. So.
Okay. Thank you.